Otto, how fares the realm?
The realm? Oh, she's just fine. As long as you look past the fact storms out mother crystals and her skies are a roiling cesspit.
And Gav?
He's with your uncle in the Free Cities, helping Mid with her project. Sent an owl their way the moment the winds turned foul. Still waiting on a reply, though.
Do you have any good news?
Well, that depends on your definition of good.
All right, fine. What do you suggest we do?
Oh, no, I'm just the messenger. I'll leave the scheming to those more suited to the task. Could be that Lady Vivian and Old Tomes have their own thoughts on the current state of things. Could be that they don't. It certainly can't hurt to ask.
I suppose not.
How is it that every one of your little excursions presages some inexplicable catastrophe? Not that you are to blame for the Dominion's fate. No one could have predicted the actions of the Crown Prince.
I'm sorry I couldn't save your home.
My countrymen are stronger than you think. A few toppled clock towers won't break their spirits. They'll be back on their feet in no time.
I hope so.
Look at us. Bluer than a pair of... Tempting though it may be, sulking will not help us.
You believe there's one to be found?
I don't know. But I am certain we're more likely to find it if we first
Beneath these darkened skies, fear and confusion reign over Valisthea. Oh, the lands around the fallen mother crystals had already begun to wilt for want of ether. But not like this. Crystals that filled wells and fueled furnaces. Now nothing but pretty shards of rock. And those that hang from the people's necks cast nary a glimmer of light to keep the dark at bay. It is only a matter of time before the common folk convince themselves that the end of days is upon us. Yet I fear a swift end is more than we can hope for. While most of the world thirsts for ether, the remainder drowns in it, spawning Akashic in droves. And amidst the hordes of mindless beasts, with magics as like to fail as function, even the strongest nation would falter. Rosaria and the Iron Kingdom teeter on the brink of collapse, while the tragedy in Twinside has all but paralyzed the Holy Empire. Dalmekia fares little better. Rumor has it the ministers fled the capital after the fall of Drake's Fang, leaving their beloved republic to crumble. Waloed, meanwhile, moves in earnest. The Einherjar has been sighted off-storm. The world, in short, is in chaos. It would seem our civilization was nothing but a castle of sand, to be washed away at the whim of the waves.
A castle of sand.
Not my best flourish, but it seemed fitting. The reports I've received are considerably more blunt in their appraisal. Without the protection of their nations, it will fall to the people to defend themselves against those who would take what is theirs.
Which is only ever going to end one way.
Defending a farmhouse against a band of chocobo thieves is one thing, but pitchforks and palisades will do little to stall an army's advance. Should the King of Waloed deign to invade, there would be none to stop him.
None but us.
dread worm die, in ruin lies.
Is a storm coming, Sid?
Let me guess. You're here about the skies.
Is there anything you don't know, Lawsman?
It doesn't take a court astrologer to augur the obvious. As for what has disturbed the heavens, that, I believe, is a question the Fallen might be better placed to answer than I. And on the 6th day did the gods tear the sun from the firmament, visiting darkness upon their prideful sons and daughters. But I dare say you remember your childhood lessons on the sins of Zemeckis only too well.
You think they're connected? That Ultima was one of the gods responsible?
Well, he has certainly exhibited powers that we mortals would associate with the divine.
There is nothing divine about him.
But he wouldn't be the first god of whom that could be said, now would he? Yet for all the fairy tales that tell of the sins, there is almost nothing in the way of actual historical accounts. Had I the Journal of Moss the Chronicler, I may have been able to tell you more, but alas, I fear all remaining copies have been lost to time. You will forgive me, I hope?
Certainly not. Because there is nothing to forgive. Even without this journal, you've provided us ample wisdom. And we will always be grateful for it. Perhaps Otto will be more inclined to share his thoughts when he hears what the others had to say.
Ah, you'll be pleased to hear that I've and while my collection is still far from becoming the 1,000 tome, of course, for which generosity.
I have compiled some new entries, if you would like to see them. I don't believe you've read this particular chapter before. I have quite the find for you today. If you have a question for me, I should be happy to answer it. Did you learn everything you needed?
Sid, did you know that chocobos are far more resilient to the effects of ether than most other beasts?
It seems the hideaway has lost its appetite.
Clive, we have a problem.
Only one. That would be a first.
It would. Actually, there are 3. We had as many owls arrive while you were at the shelves. Martha's got a Akashic out of gates, and talk of monsters roaming the hills outside of Northreach has put the wind up Isabel and her lot.
And don't forget Dalimil. Lubor says the village was raided by bandits.
When it rains...
It fucking pours. The Cursebreakers are spread thin, taking stock of the damage in the Dominion. And even if I could get word to all of them, I doubt they'd get here in time to make any real difference. Which means there's only 2 people who can.
Jill and I.
Let them know we're on our way.
First we find Isabel. Torgal.
Where is everyone?
Times are hard. Your custom is most...
The garrison's being sorely tested.
I can't do it. I can't.
My lord. Milady.
We received the Dame's message. There have been sightings of strange creatures, I understand.
With the blue eyes. Yes. Like they've taken so many.
Akashic.
Ultimus, and what of your mistress?
Oh, no.
Then we'll look for her there.
We could leave.
Madame, please! Half the garrison's been slaughtered by those things. We lost the captain this very morning.
We've tried requesting reinforcements, but there's been no word from the capital or the Dominion in days! What more would you have us do?
I would have you do your duty. Those at the Vale look to me for protection. And protect them I shall. Because they are might. In case you have forgotten, the people of this town are your charges. But more than that, they are your people. Your sisters, your brothers, your lovers. So you have a choice. Lay down your sword and watch as they are slaughtered. Or take it up and do what is right.
She speaks the truth, you know. This here, it's all we have. It's all that's left.
What we have left is our lives! Do you really want us to lose them as well?
Not if we don't have to. Look, there's a cask under the captain's bunk. I'll have a word with him.
Ah, Clive. I didn't expect help to arrive so quickly. And sought to take matters.
It was a noble effort. But I thought you might still need...
I'd like you to consider my needs. What we need to consider is where the creatures came from. The way the survivors speak of them. And perhaps they did.
We'll talk to the survivors.
That thing, it took...
Did you see the creatures that attacked?
Creatures? They came out of nowhere. They went...
Do you remember where you were?
On the road from Oriflamme.
It's all right.
It's all right.
You're a pikeman, yes?
I've got family in Moor. I heard the flood was spreading, so a pack of them glowing things found...
Leave that to us.
At least we have an idea of where the thralls might be now. We should head for more.
I'm sorry.
You saw those...
I assume you have a plan?
It was all they could do to escape.
Look!
I see them. With me! Go for it! Attack! Sicker! Go for it! Get him!
Should I prime?
Save your strength. Get him! Over here! This one. It's over. Get him. Over here! Nice try. Too slow. Slow. Nice try. Do you think there are more?
There are always more.
But I'd say we've done what we can.
You have the town's thanks.
Don't thank us yet. There will be more. Many more. And you'll need to be ready for them.
Oh, we shall. Isn't that right, Captain?
Yes, milady. The garrison will be ready.
Philippe here has convinced most of the men to remain at their posts. For now, at least.
Hearing that the Dane would look kindly on any man who committed himself to the task certainly didn't hurt. It's not the most selfless of motives, I'll admit. But whatever it takes, eh? Now me, I never needed convincing. I became a soldier to protect the people I love. And the people I love include the ones standing before me.
Handsome and chivalrous.
Now, if you don't mind.
Lest you wonder, I'm not foolish enough to believe that this has solved all of my... But it has solved one. And that's one. Philippe will make a good captain. He reminds me a little of you, Clive, but without all the mocks and mows.
This man's gonna die if we don't get him to a healer.
Martha, it's good to see you.
And you, Clive. Jill?
Otto said you'd been attacked by a Akashic.
Those skies are what happened. Not long after they fell, there were hundreds of them. Tried to storm the hill. Only a handful made it up here, but that was more than enough. The rest are still down there now. And while we have a few willing fighters...
What do you think, Clive?
That we join the fight.
I thought you'd never offer. Now, where I need you is the Fallen Gate. That's where let the men know you come to help. So
we're on our way.
Do you think there are as many as Martha says?
More.
You don't think they've abandoned us, do you?
The barricades we've set up around the town won't hold the Akashic back for long.
Clive,
We deal with the Akashic first.
This one.
These men don't have the look of hired swords.
If you've come to rob this place...
You are mistaken, my Lord Rosfield. We're here by Madame Martha's leave.
How do you know my name?
Forgive me, my lord. There wasn't time for introductions. We're with the Guardians of the Flame.
Wade's men? But how did you come to be here? Where is your commander?
Sir Wade left earlier with a scouting party to find out where the Akashic were coming from.
Did he? Take your wounded back to the inn. Martha will see you're looked after. We'll join you anon.
And to think you took them for thieves.
When did Wade and his...
Not long after Rosalith fell. The Guardians, they were making ready to leave just as the skies turned.
Martha! Trouble! The scouting party's almost at the lift, but they got a pack of Akashics, and they got wounded with them! They're not
Damn it all!
We'll worry about them.
You look after everyone here. If any can still fight...
I will. You two be safe now.
My brothers.
Mad dogs. A lot of them.
Squire, I need you to get those who can... But what about... I didn't, sir.
Sir Wade.
Lord Rosfield. If you...
Martha seemed to think you might need some help, and by the looks of it...
We thought we could sneak, but we didn't know there would be so many.
Behind you!
Damn it! We need to get the inn...
Do you think we can hold them off?
We can certainly... Are you with us, Sir Wade?
Always.
Then let's do our duty. Sickle! Over here! Get him!
Get him!
Is anyone hurt?
I don't think so.
And yet again, you've pulled me from the flames. It's just a...
You've never been one to shy away from danger, Sir Wade. Like any shield worthy of the name.
I see you're all in one piece.
Martha!
Is something wrong?
The lookout saw smoke coming from down Eastpool way. Too thick to be a hearth.
A second horde.
Feel like finishing the job?
Always.
Jill and I will make for Eastpool. You'll need to move the injured without us.
Don't you worry about...
The moment my men are safe, I'll...
Mad dogs.
Just patch me up as
They're headed for the rest.
We have to slow them down. Martha and the others won't be ready.
This one. Over here. Now, Torgal. Get him.
Something's coming.
Apologies, my lord. Did I miss anything?
Only the first round, Sir Wade. Shall we? Too slow. Get him. Attack. Nice try. Too slow. This one. Nice try. Second. Do you see any more?
No. I think that was...
But it won't be long before the next lot arrive.
Then we make for Martha's while we can.
What did you find out there?
The same as Sir Wade. Scores of Akashic.
Well, wherever they came from, they're gone. Hopefully we'll have enough time to...
How many of your men were...
A damn sight less than if you hadn't.
It was a hard-fought victory. But as long as the skies remain, it's not a matter of if the Horde will be back. The inn here affords a good view of the land, and is easily defendable. I'd like...
What do you say, Martha?
Well, when you put...
My lord, there's someone I'd like you to... Oscar, over here. It is an honor to make your acquaintance, Lord Rossfield. I am Oscar. Oscar of House Murdoch.
Murdoch? I wasn't aware the Lord Commander had children.
Oh, he didn't. But his brother... my father did. I am Sir Rodney's nephew. Well, go on, then. It's not for me to ask him. Yes, Sir Wade. If it please you, my Lord Marquis, might you take me as your squire? I would learn the duties of a shield from the finest.
I'm sorry to disappoint you, Oscar, but I'm a shield no longer. Nor was I ever the finest. And spending time in the company of an outlaw hardly seems a fitting education for one aspiring to take his oaths.
My Aunt Hannah once told me that a man is not defined by his title, but what he does in its name. You have accomplished much since taking on the mantle of Cid, winning no little honor in so doing. And I would sooner serve under an honorable outlaw than an unworthy shield. Not that Sir Wade and the other Guardians are... I mean to say that, they're... It's all right. We know what you mean. There is only so much the boy can learn from me, my lord.
But a squire...
Would that really be so bad? You were a squire once.
I would not have it any other way. I will not let you down, Lord Rossfield.
We shall be staying here for the time being, and not just for the air.
Sid, your new companion appears much more formidable than your uncle. Should I be worried?
Jill, Clive has told me much about you.
All lies, I'm sure.
Your Stolas said that Dalamil has a bandit.
Indeed. Although... Any idea where they... The desert's a big place. But the fact is...
What did you say to me?
Ah, as if by magic. Let's just say we've yet... And at this rate, it won't be the... I've tried reasoning with the dissenting parties, but even...
Perhaps we could talk.
What makes you think that...
What makes you think?
She makes a fair point, Sid. Suppose we just follow the shouting.
You wouldn't talk like that if it had been your men whose throats were slit. Blood for blood, it's the only way. We hire mercenaries and have them mount the bandits' heads on our walls as a lesson.
And what happens when those mercenaries are slaughtered like your men? We're better off using that coin to buy food and supplies if we are. And you cannot fill empty bellies.
But what happens when they come back? Maybe it'll be your...
That's enough. Both of you. Any more? Come back when you're
Victor. What's he doing here?
Sid. And Lady Jill.
I was about to ask.
Costness is in chaos. And the markets of all... The Briar's Kiss here in Dalamil is the only place I was here to do just that.
Who are those people?
Those were the thorns in Lubor's... These are cut or an entire...
We're still working on the scuff. Perhaps we can...
I hope so.
So,
what I saw was a room, but if left as
my thought... both sides wish to protect their homes and livelihoods, if only they could agree on how. But as long as they are divided, we are vulnerable.
And if there's one thing bandits like, it's an easy target.
What would Sid the Out...
Well... He'd let them choose for themselves.
That sounds like a
recipe for disaster is... While it's plain neither Conrad nor Natalie, it may still be possible. Before presenting them with a...
And that would be...
To pool our resources and save...
When all that fear and anger...
It appears we have a plan. Victor, pay Conrad a visit. See if you can't...
As you wish.
Don't worry, Victor.
Play along.
What he means...
Picture it, Conrad. Ah, Conrad.
A pleasure.
As I told you...
Victor says that there aren't any men...
True as the crystals, nobles came and claimed every last one worth his salt. You know of the 7 high houses. There must be 2 granted, we have a few.
Well, Conrad, are you saying that Dalamil's finest cannot defend this town better than a gaggle of unblooded striplings? That a band of beardless youths could better avenge the deaths of your brave men than you yourselves?
Absolutely not. We'll show those bastards who...
I can't believe that.
Conrad's not what you call the brightest candle in the crypt. And there's a reason why I had you do the talking and not Sid.
My shop.
If I had my pickaxe, I would have...
I mean, it may still be possible to buy something. Ah, here he is. Natalie, allow me to introduce Lord Underhill of Randalar's prestigious League of...
Lord
Underhill.
I was just telling the good lady of our conversation.
Lubor says that not only are the granaries almost empty, but that war...
Indeed, certainly. The nobles in the capital are buying up the city's stocks of barley and wine, driving the prices higher than most commoners can afford. It is only a matter of time before the peasants revolt.
It is... well, and while I applaud your endeavors to dissuade our more bellicose citizens, which means that now, more than ever, if our humble town is to endure not only...
All right.
But you needn't have gone through this charade.
Thank you, Clive.
She saw right through it.
I didn't say it was good. Merely that now my scouts should be returning shortly. Meet me back at the...
I'm not convinced our roles in this ruse were entirely necessary.
I don't know. Conrad seemed quite taken with you.
Mummy, I'm scared.
Oh, I'm ruined.
Good news. Both Conrad and Natalie have, with time.
Time no longer appears to be the...
I take it your scouts...
Technically, it would be the bandits who found all.
You're not...
They don't just want food, they want the whole damn town.
I have a favor to ask. I'm told the bandits march in 2 groups. One from the south.
Very well. Jill and I will meet them.
The rest, my friend, mistakes I can see.
That is a lot of...
Then it...
I thought...
We'll hold them.
And we...
The women folk have come to welcome us.
I'll take that one.
He's all yours.
This one.
You're finished. This one. Enough. They mean to overwhelm us. Over here. Farewell. Over here! This
The townspeople.
I don't hear any fighting.
That we should hurry.
Natalie, you did well out there.
Without you, there would have been no line to hold. You saved us, Conrad.
We all saved.
Conrad seems to have had a change.
I'd say they both...
I take it from your presence that,
The plan, granted, it only took an arm.
Calm now, Victor. We are you. As for you, Sid, you fight considerably better than you act.
I'll take that. Our friends seem to have things under control. For now, at least. Let's go and put Otto's mind at rest.
Did you see that? Tell me you saw it.